even after all of that, you're still awake. As I'm sure you can guess, Prime is far from thrilled about your most recent excursion, and I cannot say that I am overjoyed either. Consider this an olive branch. You explain, no, redeem yourself, and Prime may be lenient on you. Perhaps he will even put this behind him. You are aware of what is in store for you if you do not accept this? Very well. I advise that you rest. I am sure that he will be here soon. Rumor has it that one of my faultier boons came to you with a proposal. Yet you did not even consider accepting his offer. Stubborn one as always. Stubborn or foolish. Foolish enough to even consider working against me. Dear, may I ask, what absurd thoughts have been going through your head for the past 6 months? Just how long did you honestly think you could keep this up? Oh, still not speaking. Still trying to play the headstrong, triumphant anti-hero. Might I remind you that you have been caught? Your little plan failed. All your hard work gathering intelligence, all for naught. Those contacts you believed to be so competent, that you trusted to successfully work against me, they'll all be dead before dawn. Of course, that is assuming they have not met their end in heresy yet. In fact, I was hoping that we could both go enjoy the show. Oh, darling, don't look at me in such a way. You have always known what I do to my lesser opponents. The ones whose plans are so laughably ridiculous that you begin to wonder how those poor people live their daily lives. So simple-minded. Must be quite peaceful, really. In fact, I am disappointed. I must admit that I expected more of you. Scurrying around like a panicked lab rat is not a look that suits you. It's pathetic. You are pathetic. And yet, for how long I've known you, this does not make any sense to me. I have given you everything. A job, freedom to pursue your own studies, money, protection, my own time and efforts, entire armies at your very disposal. All you had to do was say the word, and I could throw half of the continent into a cataclysmic nightmare, just for you. And still you decide to not only run away, but betray me? Is that how you return my affections, darling? Finding out your little ploy and spoiling it was all too easy. But your motive still escapes me. So why don't you explain what went through that pretty little head when you decided to go behind my back? A few tears and a vow of silence will do you no good in this situation, darling. Unless you wish to leave this room in the same state that most subjects do. And I'm sure neither of us would want that, would we? Good. So, what was it then? A change of heart? A sudden desire to be righteous? Or perhaps you had some idea of becoming the anti-hero, like in all those ridiculous books you read? No? Darling, as much as my job requires great patience, I am afraid that there is not much time left for you at the current moment, so explain yourself. Don't tell me it was the Traveler who put those ideas in your head. oh my, it was. I can tell by the look on your face. You were always so painfully easy to read. I am correct, am I not? Of course. It was the Traveler. They have an infuriating ability to worm their way into people's hearts. And it would seem that you are their newest victim. Tracking down your previous comrades was but child's play for my subordinates. And they lasted minutes, if even that, during their interrogations. But the Traveler... Oh, I am well aware that they had no hands in this specific operation, but I cannot have them poisoning the clearly fragile mind of my dear assistant. What with their heroic ideals and lies? No, we cannot have that. I was previously impartial to letting them roam free, so long as they never directly interfered with my plans. But that line has been crossed now. So, now you speak. When I talked of throwing your comrades into heresy, I was met with a mere fearful glare. Yet you seem so determined to stall me from doing the same to the Traveler. Might it be that they did more than just win you over with their ideas? No, it can't be. Can it? I see. Your actions make sense now. No, there's no need to deny it. Even the wisest of scholars get misled by emotions on occasion. And it seems that you have been horribly misled, my dear. Did you forget who you belong to? Did you forget who owns you? Oh, I understand. You are your own person, but you are still mine. No one would be foolish enough to try and turn you against me, except for that little pest, it seems. And they will pay for that. I can assure you. And so will you. You look scared, my darling, and I'll admit I understand why. But you must reap what you sow. You may have forgotten that your heart belongs to me, but don't worry. I will make you remember. And I do not care if I must carve it out of you and display it like a trophy in order to get that through your thick skull. Or would you prefer if I brand you with my name? Lock you away, only for me to ever see you again? Oh, don't cry now. Although you do look rather stunning like this, it is such a sorry sight. There, there. I'll wipe your tears for you. Shh. I know you are scared, but that does not change what you have done. Is that a sorry I hear? Oh, you might be even more naive than I previously thought. Do you think the measly sorry is enough to mend the situation? Have you learned nothing? Look at me. Do you even feel remorse for what you have done? Or are you just scared and trying to save your own skin? Oh, my darling. Are you going to beg for your life like all the pathetic creatures I must deal with every day? Darling, I won't kill you. I need you alive and intact. Otherwise, I'd have just let you run off when you tried to. You would not have made it far before the cold would claim your life. What am I going to do then? Well, I do believe that a little disciplinary action is in order. You know how defectors get treated. Yes, that look in your eyes. You remember. You've seen it many times before. Or did you look the other way out of guilt? Maybe it fueled your ridiculous ideas. Shh, stop crying. I said stop it. Oh, darling, I can promise that everything you can think of calling me, I have already heard it before. When people see no way of escape, their instincts take over. They scream, thrash, yell, wail, plead for someone, anyone, to save them. They lash out in anger at the source of their suffering. It can be quite fascinating to observe, really. And yet, hearing it from you is almost hurtful. Oh, stop the crocodile tears, my love. I can assure you that no matter what I do to you, I have felt that pain tenfold. No number of carvings or brands or injections could measure up to what I have gone through, or what you wanted to put me through. Scream all you want. No one can hear you. And on the off chance that someone does, I can promise you, no one will care. So let's have some fun, shall we?